Hey, everybody, welcome to Here's Out. I'm Patrick,
And I'm Paul.
and we're here to talk about Tomb Raider, the new Tomb Raider, the newest Tomb Raider.
Yeah,
And
the
when I say that, I
new Tomb
mean,
Raider.
yeah, the Toomiest Tomb Raider. We're back. Sophie Turner is going to be Lara Croft in Phoebe Waller Bridge headed up Tomb Raider Amazon TV series. So, Paul, we have a long history with Tomb Raider as an IP. Started off as
Yes.
a PlayStation 1 game, which I owned and spent many, many hours falling off the same ledge or being killed by the same wild animal because I wasn't quick enough at shooting it. And then, I stayed with Tomb Raider for a few games into the franchise and then sort of
Yeah.
left it. Then there was the Angelina Jolie Tomb Raider movies,
Yep.
which, let's face it, helped cement Angelina Jolie as, the sex symbol that she became
Yeah.
and superstar. The first movie was okay. The second movie was bad enough to mean that there wasn't a third movie. Neither one of them are amazing, um, but they went for at the time what I think they were, what they
They
thought
were
they could go
very
for.
they were very of the time, like early
Yes.
2000s, kind of like, very much a 90s, early 2000s vibe. It was really good. As you say, it is cemented Angelina Jolie more in the general public's eye as an
Yep.
action, yeah, like, starlet kind of like player, which was really cool. But yeah, nothing breaking the bank.
And if I
You
remember
know.
correctly, Daniel Craig was in there pre-Bond as well, so it helped us get our Bond in the end, I guess. Now, those movies aside, the games then evolved and kept going. So all along, this is primarily a video game franchise. For anybody that
Mhm.
isn't aware of that, most people are. Then there came a point where they were releasing a new, grittier version of the game. They were relaunching, let's say, or rebranding, remuxing, reduxing, whatever way you want to see it. A
Yeah.
reimagining, Paul. And you had the Alicia Vikander Tomb Raider movie, which
Yeah.
was I'm going to just use the polite words a moderate success insofar as it wasn't a financial success, but people didn't pan it, as in the critics
Yeah.
didn't kill it.
Yeah,
Um,
I have an interesting point on that one.
oh, go for it now then. No, as we're doing it, what?
It's a good movie. It's not a Tomb Raider movie. Like that's the
Yeah,
weird thing about it. It's a very good standalone. You could do it as a. It's very much one of those adventure kind of Indiana Jones films. But put smacking Tomb Raider onto it really put a level onto it that really killed kind of thing.
yeah, and look, Tomb Raider means different things to lots of people, but there is an essence of Tomb Raider also, and part of that essence is a bit Indiana Jonesy, which is going to come up again in a moment. Being honest, so Paul, we're right up there to having a two movie franchise, then a relaunch movie. The games all the while are evolving in the background. Now we're back round again. And the internet is most interested in talking about it because it started production recently, and we have our first picture of Sophie Turner of Game of Thrones fame, and everybody forgets Jean Grey fame of the ill-received
The
Dark Phoenix movie, which ended that particular X-Men franchise. And it's the movie or it's the picture that has made people start talking about this. Because
yeah.
everybody, when you bring up Lara Croft and you bring up Tomb Raider, they're like, is it going to be about the boobs and the guns and the shorts? Is it not going to be about that? Blah, 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 blah. So, my
Yeah.
question, Paul, to you as an opening, why do Tomb Raider again on TV or cinema?
So yeah, just to kind of in the middle of this, there was also the animation thing. So
Yeah.
the franchise on film has also been going on. So yeah, I the interesting thing is I think, funny enough, I think that a series will work better than a movie.
I'm with you.
Like if I was going to do this, I think I would also do a series. It gets you to know the character a little bit better. Like we've already seen, like trying to build intrigue is a lot easier over episodes rather than like over a 3 hour kind of
Hmm.
um like out of a 3 hour thing. I also don't think people will watch 3 hours of a Tomb Raider film, to be honest.
No.
Kind of thing. Like I think from a point of view, I think from an IP point of view, there is no point in this. You
Okay.
know,
All right.
so
Say what you really
I
feel.
don't think, yeah, I don't think there's a point in this from an IP point of view. I think that like Tomb Raider on screen, and I mean the silver screen and gold screen, has not worked. And I don't like I so I don't see why from an IP perspective why we would go here, but there are other reasons why I can see why you would. And I think it's very modern day kind of like uh
Video game adaptations are making money. Thank you, Mario. Thank you, Minecraft.
I see once again don't think it's even that. I think there's another reason for this. But I think a series is the only way that this is going to work, kind of
Okay.
thing. That's because I think because I don't think Indiana Jones is in vogue right now because I think Uncharted very much dropped the ball and has closed the door of essentially adventure kind of, and I think other movies with Indiana Jones has also done that. But
Yeah.
I think the adventure kind of thing has very closed the door a lot, and I think that Tomb Raider is not the one to open it again,
Yeah. How dare you
kind of
get to
thing. So
Uncharted before I could? How dare you, Paul? um,
yeah, I know,
yeah, I
I
was.
know.
There was a few things you were saying. Just wanted to whisper Uncharted in while you were saying them. And look, folks, let's be honest. The last Indiana Jones film involved heavily Phoebe Waller-Bridge of Fleabag fame, of multi-award winning, brilliantly talented Phoebe Waller-Bridge, and it wasn't good. It wasn't good. The last Indiana Jones was not good. It all it did was really put the final nail in the Indiana Jones coffin. Uncharted just killed any hope of having a newer existing IP kind of Indiana Jones style adventure movie series. So yeah, Tomb Raider, could Tomb Raider bring it back? Yeah, but Tomb Raider, like I said, comes with other baggage because people are so obsessed, I think wrongly, about this being a gender thing or any of the rest of that. But there's no denying it, and there's also no denying that the reason it's getting so many, web column inches and clicks is because you can lead with a picture going, how are they going to deal with the visual of Lara Croft? Which is so friggin' weird. I think, the Alicia Vikander era, when they did that movie, I think they dealt with it very well. I'm sure they'll deal with it very well again. But again, the question I asked you, and I think from an IP point of view, no, this isn't going to do them any good. If they did bring back, they're launching a new game, etc., if you can make that the game franchise that everybody's talking about again, then you start doing movies and TV series. If you bring it back up to that level of public, pop culture consciousness, yes.
Yeah,
This feels like taking something because it's already there on the shelf. If you said to me, Phoebe Waller-Bridge is, show running and writing, and she's doing a treatment for an adventure movie with a female lead, I'd be like, awesome. I'm dying to see it. The minute it was Lara Croft and Tomb Raider, I'm like, is it just going to drag so much baggage in from all the wrong people in all the wrong ways that it's like it's unnecessary. I get IP brings eyes, blah blah blah, but still, ugh.
this is yeah, I agree with you. I think this is my point where I think from an IP perspective it doesn't make sense, but from a kind of marketing kind of point, a
Yep.
gap in the market. We don't have that many female heroes. We don't have
Nope.
that many icons, which like which is young women can look up to, and as much as we have male ones. And I think that it's a good idea to fill the gap with someone who is independent, capable, like everything that we want to instill in the younger generations. I think this is a great idea. I do agree that Lara Croft, Tomb Raider, brings a bunch of history that
Yeah.
already is seen as not great, and I think there's and I think that this is a challenge. I think this is the point in the sense that it's a challenge to recycle Lara Croft into something new. And I really like honestly, and I think I like, I really hope that it works,
Yeah,
kind
me
of thing
too.
as a
I always
as a
hope these
person
things are
who
great.
yeah, like we really want to see it succeed. It's just the problem is once again from what we've talked about before, there is a hurdle there of the history, like the baggage that comes with Tomb Raider. So
Yeah,
having essentially a market open up where we want to have a strong female lead hero is really really cool. and I think is really good that it's being filled. But the baggage that comes with Lara Croft and a couple of things, and I mean that in the sense of like there's a following
Yeah.
of people that are following for the wrong reasons, kind of
Yeah.
thing. But yeah, and I think that that's a baggage problem that's going to come, because if you start playing up a, because I think that's also the reason why the Alicia one didn't work as well. The character was very grounded. It was very realistic. They were very capable. They were very good. They didn't overly kind of like sexualize them or anything like that, which I think felt the certain fans had a problem with, which was the weirdest part
Yeah.
of like the critics of that kind of thing, which is just like, yeah, we don't ever get to see her in her, green top and short shorts, and it's just like, but that's a good thing.
Which
That's not the
ironically is the
character.
first picture they've released with Sophie Turner. So, like, being a male leader, a female leader, whatever your story is, tell your story. That's the problem with
Mhm.
Tomb Raider. There's already a story, so you have to bring so much with it. And, I could give a crap less about most people's opinions about whether or not a character looks the way they want them to look when it comes to all this. But you will have so many people pointing to different things here. So what you gain, and what they've obviously gained by saying this is Tomb Raider, is an inbuilt, interest from all the people, because Tomb Raider exists and it has existed for so long in pop culture. You get that for free. But that gets you out of the blocks, two steps ahead of the runner beside you. But
Yeah,
the original runner beside you has the chance to run their own race all the way to the line. And they can, people, Wonder Woman's a great example of something like people were going, but nobody remembers this now. And they're like, oh, did that happen? People lost their mind. Gal Gadot, oh no, she's not like Linda Carter. She's not, swimsuit, like all sorts of weird phrases. Swimsuit
yeah,
model, blah, 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 whatever the fuck they were coming up with. Gal Gadot was a kick-ass Wonder Woman because Wonder Woman was a great movie. I loved Wonder Woman.
yeah,
I thought it was awesome. Problem in the third act, as an awful lot of superhero movies had of that era, particularly. But whoever you cast as this, it doesn't make a difference to me. Are you in it to tell a story? And if you're in it to tell a male gaze story where it's like, we've got somebody who's very sexy and we're bringing that in, fine. TV shows do that stuff. There are TV shows that are built for that. And then, if Phoebe Waller-Bridge makes this, a core feminist story, fine, that's your thing. But maybe don't use Tomb Raider as the crutch here, because I think it's lose lose. That's my big issue. That this is probably another waste of Phoebe Waller-Bridge getting a good chance to show that she's still the multi-award winning Fleabag creator, because somebody has convinced her this is, or she's convinced herself this is the way to go. Maybe it's the only way she can get the meeting in the room to get the money for it, because that's the business of it, and that's where the business fails us all. So there you go.
that's
Grr to
that's
the
that's
business.
that's where I think this is it. I think that because of that gap in the market, I think that because they want to fill it with a strong female driven story of like, of an independent character and stuff like that. I think that the only way that the business allows this to happen, if it is a pre-existing IP. I don't think, like, and
Yeah, the
it's wrong.
short-sightedness of the suits.
It's Yeah, it's completely wrong. But I think that the only way that you get in the meeting,
Yeah.
as you say, is literally because you're going, yeah, we're gonna have this female run, like smart, intelligent, independent person who like really is really capable, and it's gonna be really story driven and everything. It's gonna be really good. And they're going, yeah,
Mm.
but this kind of like, the current climate and stuff like that. So it's like, oh yeah, but it's gonna be Lara Croft. It's like, oh, it's gonna be Lara
Oh,
Croft.
oh,
Oh yeah, sure.
based on something where you can pull up a slide that says, a video game franchise that sold, 600 million units over whatever period of time and has an inbuilt fan base.
Yeah,
Oh, okay, yeah, go, yeah, continue,
yeah,
right up the rest of the treatment and give me the budget.
yeah. Which is wrong. Now, I will say, because we talk about how the baggage is kind of there. I do like that they decided to hit it as hard as they can with the first image being so much of an iconic look, or a like look
Mm.
of Lara Croft. I really like that. I think it's it's really combative, I guess, in a kind of
Mm.
weird way. That it's like we're not shying away. We know the history. We know what this is. We know everything about it. So here you go, and then just like open your arms, essentially, to be in the comments going, "Come at us," kind of thing. I really like that, and like
Yeah.
it does make me more positive of how this treatment and how this is going to go, kind of thing.
Well,
Um,
yeah. And
but
yeah, go for it. Go for it. Go for your butt.
there's so much baggage
Yeah.
that like it's such an uphill battle.
Yeah. Look, I hope it works out well. And I don't look if that let's say that image of Sophie Turner turns out to be what we're going to get for the entirety of that is Lara Croft, and that's the character they're going to play. But cool, make it work. Whatever your vision is, let's see if you put the love, care, and intention, thought into this, or if that image is quite literally a joke in the middle of it all, where Lara Croft is in, a businesswoman pantsuit the whole thing while kicking ass, or dressed appropriately for the jungle in, fatigues and all the rest. But at one point, this is a cosplay thing that she does at some Halloween party, and it's a joke. I'm also fine with that. I don't give a crap. Tell a good story. Now that
Yeah,
you've gone and taken the Tomb Raider IP, tell a good Tomb Raider story. Whatever you do, don't flitter and make like you pointed out, the Vikander movie. It was a good movie. It was fine, but it wasn't necessarily Tomb Raider in the sense of using the that well. Use the bloody IP. Like Tomb Raider wasn't just for boys who like big polygon boobs. Uh, Tomb Raider was for my generation too. Like, my childhood hero, Sigourney Weaver. Nobody had to tell me that she was a woman or not. I didn't really notice because I thought Ripley was friggin' cool. You
yeah,
know, that's where this lives. There are normal people in between all the culture wars. Like, I'm not normal in any other way. I know I'm a weirdo, but I think I'm very relatively normal in that. There's a lot of us out there. Now make something good. And if the business people keep forcing us into these situations, I hope this thing kicks ass and is brilliant, just to give the next person the chance that doesn't need to say we have the IP with the 600 million units sold of the game.
yeah. That's
Rant
that's
over.
very much it. Yeah,
Sorry,
no,
you knew I
no.
was going to get ranty, didn't you?
Oh well, like I think we both were in the sense that this is like because we know that the evolution of the games has really changed the character over years and put a good backstory and put other character and they've kind of remade her into more grittier stuff and think like there's always been these kind of mixed changes of the game franchise and stuff, but the movie franchise or the on screen franchise has been fairly solid except for the Alicia one kind of thing and that felt as you like off kilter in the sense of like it was if you had named it anything else that would have been a really good movie. I would have really enjoyed it. It would have been really cool. But I went in there with pre expectations. Now that's wrong for me,
Yeah, it's
but
a hazard
it's an
of
audience.
the
It's
world.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's a hazard. Yeah, it's
yeah,
a hazard of the audience going in with Tomb Raider. It's the same thing if we get another Aliens film. You know,
yeah,
we're gonna go, and then they never show an alien, which is kind of like what they did with Prometheus. But anyway,
yeah.
um,
But and again, Prey being a brilliant example of not putting Predator in your title, but making maybe one of the best Predator movies. Paul, I think we should start the episode from now because now I've got so much to say. But unfortunately, folks, we can't keep you with us forever because we've got to give you back some of your time. So you can join us again next week on this same bad time, same bad channel. Um, Paul, I don't know what the question to the audience this week is, but I'd love people's general feelings on whether or not Tomb Raider, Lara Croft, good idea, bad idea. Just give us good idea, bad idea, and why. I'd love to know.
yeah, I think that's the simplest way of doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah, just what do you think? Good, bad?
Ugly, yeah. Indifferent. All right, and with that, I've been Patrick.
I like that. I like that fistful of dollars kind of thing. I've been Paul.
And we've been Heroes Out. We will see you next time when I ambush Paul by going on another massive rant just before we're supposed to end an episode. Love you, brother. Talk to you all soon. Bye bye.
Bye, guys.